We need to supply that for them. We cannot rely on anybody else.
Absolutely.
Good point. Very, very
Absolutely.
good point. Um,
And is there a disparity? Let me ask a quick question. Do you think that there is some disparity within music and the Hispanic community?
Yes.
You think there's
Yes,
a great disparity?
I do. It's a little different in the communities where you go outside of the states and they have their own communities and their own schools and their own this and their own that. But here, we're together. We're in the same boat together here. There's really no difference.
That's right.
They look at us the same way.
Right.
You know, like, well, we're not going to take the time to deal with them. You know, nah, maybe not. Maybe that one, but not that one.
Well,
Telemundo.
what it is unless a child shows an interest that the teachers can really see, oh, we can do something with that one. Let's try to get them out of here and transfer them somewhere where they can get a better education.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's the status quo. It's gonna move everybody along.
Right.
You know,
Now, let me say
you don't
this
care if they get it or not.
Let me say this to Maria. I work for an agency. I won't disclose the name of it, but they bring in during Hispanic Month. They bring in performers, and the young ladies come and forgive my ignorance because I don't remember at the time. So let's forgive my head. They come in and one guy plays the drums, and the young ladies dance with the dresses, and they flag them back and forth. They came in and explained how the rhythm of the music was so poetic.
Yes.
And they taught the kids it looks like a
Shaker Ray,
right.
a
It
food
looks like a
chain.
maraca.
Yes,
Right.
yes,
Just
yes,
like-
yes,
and then
yes.
they got the string with it. Hit the look like they washboard.
Yes.
A lot is displayed during the Puerto Rican Day Parade,
Mhm.
where we see a lot of the musical talent. Do you remember when Saturday morning, when there was a state representative, or Sunday morning, they used to come on TV, and he was like a politician maybe, and he would talk about the Hispanic community and have some kind of performer at the end of it, the programming. What happened to those days?
they're gone.
They're gone. They're gone because somebody said, let's move on from that. You know, let's do something different. That's not important to them. They don't want to know about that. They're here now. But we do want to know about our own culture. And that rhythm you speak of is connected to us as well as to you. We're from the same place.
Yeah.
Our music comes from
Africa.
Africa.
Yes.
We are from Africa. So we have to, because we remember that, we have to reintroduce that.
Yeah.
We have to show them that it didn't start with this particular music. It's a combination and accumulation of different types of music that makes it so colorful and wonderful and
And rich.
authentic and rich.
Yes. Yes.
That's why we are the Global Entertainment Media Arts Foundation, because we know we're global.
That's right. That's right.
We don't just start here and end there, we continue.
Mm.
So we have to show them how to continue in a good way and a serving way so they can serve the communities that they live in too, because they're going to have to take over at some point to do the same thing.
So do y'all reach out to the African community
We-
also?
Yes. Yes.
Can I say something? Go ahead.
I just wanted to say that it's really important that people understand that the one thing that brings people together, and it's an old saying, is that music was here to satisfy and calm the savage beast.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it doesn't mean any particular ethnic group. It means people, period. You know, because anybody could be that.
Right.
Yes.
So
yes.
if we are in tune to the rhythm, whatever that rhythm is for us, that has a tendency to calm us down. And we can be more open and receptive to other new information. And what I'd like to be able to share with people this evening is for those who are interested to learn more about the Global Entertainment Media Arts Foundation, that's the GEMA Foundation, you can find us at www.thegemafoundation.org. And that'll let you know what our mission is, what we have been doing, how we're serving the community and the artists that we are helping who also need the support of the community. Because it's not just the popular artists that make the art, it's those that have been here that continue to share, and they're not in the spotlight anymore, but they're still doing what needs to be done in the communities.
That's right. That's right. I wanted to just kind of touch on what Maria was saying in reference to, doing theater, you have to research to be in character, okay? And when I was doing Buddy Bolden, King Buddy Bolden, who was the father of jazz from New Orleans, we learned about Congo Square in Louisiana. And that was actually because they didn't bring a lot of women in that area. They brought a lot of men because there was a lot of iron work to be done down there. Okay, but they had a day that was their free day. And that is when all the native cultures here from America, the African cultures came together, the Hispanic cultures came together, and they would go to Congo Square and they would play. And actually that is really where a lot of the rhythmic patterns and things like that began to mix, was actually in Congo Square. And that was really kind of the start of AZZ music is what they called it before they put the J on it, okay? Okay, and then when the soldiers had traveled, in latter years, and they came back, and they had learned, their music technical skills from being in the army bands and different things like that, and they went to Detroit and Chicago and different places, and that was really the beginning of what jazz was created from. It was a mixture of all of the various different cultures and the interpretive ways that instruments were being played and so on and so forth. And so it is that coming together, of all cultures. And I do want to definitely give a shout out, and I didn't grow up in the hip hop thing. I was in church back then, so I missed all of that, okay? But I do want to give a big shout out to the leaders in our music communities, the Barry Gordys, the Kenny Gambles, and the James Browns, and the Sam Cooks, who was the first ones to actually own their own publishing, and so on and so forth in music and arts, the Alvin Ailey's, and so on and so forth. But more importantly, the hip hop community. Because I want to give a major shout out to the hip hop community, because it's through hip hop, okay, that there were actually more millionaires created out of the hip hop culture than any other industry on the planet.
And you know why?
Okay,
And do you know why?
and why?
Well, because for one thing, all of those other people that you had just mentioned had already paid the dues,
Paid
opened
the
the
dues,
doors,
open the
and
doors.
laid the foundation for them to walk on. And they didn't have the same exposure
Right.
that the climate of the hip hop community did in terms of learning more about how the business of the music worked.
Right.
They had an opportunity to understand
Importance.
the importance of that.
Ownership.
Beforehand, someone else was handling that business for those artists, so they never really had a chance to learn it because they were so interested in the art and making sure that the art was well and organized properly to present it to an audience.
Bad and white.
So they got caught up not being able to get a clear view of what the business of the music is about. But that will be on another show.
Definitely.
And history.
I want to thank you guys for coming in. I definitely learned some things, and I just want to reiterate that it's not just like, oh, your child got to get into music or whatever, but give them an outlet, expose them to some things that it may click with them and work, and you never know where to take them. This has been another great edition of the Open Conversation Show right here on Peak 100 Radio. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. I want to thank Sunny G, Maria for coming in. You'll hear from them again. As Mr. Mark 5 said, to my wonderful co-hosts, it's been a pleasure. And you want to say anything?
And don't forget, this is Miss Darkchild. This Saturday, you'll be able to see me. Saturday, I will be in Manioc at someplace. Look on my Facebook. Look on there. Because I can't even remember at this time. And then, just walk up and down Manioc. And see a sign to see me. Saturday, I'll be uptown. I'll be at 76th and Lion Kill Pike at some catering place. Look on somebody's Facebook. It's on one of my. It's on somebody's page.
Okay.
I'm gonna be somewhere because I'm somebody. That's what my mama said,
Alrighty.
and
then,
I would
that's
still
right.
be singing.
And I know you somebody.
Okay, hey, hallelujah. He coming back
All
next
right.
week.
Mr. Mark, fine?
No, I'm good.
You good? Alright.
All right, let's take a moment.
Can
Can
I
we
say
get a
thank
quick?
you to Mark?
Yeah, say some thank you.
Mark, thank you ever so much for inviting me to this program tonight. It's a pleasure meeting all of you.
Absolutely.
And
Yes,
it's
thank
really
you
been
so
a
very
wonderful,
much.
wonderful experience. Thank you.
And as we go off the radio tonight, as always, thank you. This is Heat 100. Sadior presents Open Conversation. We are going to leave you with a moment of silence for Mark 5's phone. The screen is broken.
Simply D, you wanna say something before we go?
We will probably be out and about this Saturday at Average Ford Homes Community, supporting the what's going on, Mark?
The Abbotsford fundraiser for college.
For college education.
Yeah, for
So
college
it starts
education
like around 3 o'clock. So we'll probably definitely be there. So
in
if you
September.
want to come and catch us, give us a shout out and catch us
Yeah,
there.
you would.
February 7th also the Walk for Peace for my nephew Sean Anderson. You gotta say it because my mic ain't working. So just in case they can't hear me.
February 7th, the Walk for Peace,
27th in Allegheny.
27th in Allegheny.
We're walking to Abbotsford Housing
Walking to Average Ford Housing
for Rashawn Anderson.
for Rashawn Anderson.
That's it.
Good.
Baby.
Alrighty then, thank you people.
We out.
We out.
Tune in next week when again myself, Simply D, Mark 5,
Thank you.
Y'all got
Mr.
cards for
Faith,
y'all?
So
Anybody?
needless to say,
Do you have cards for yourself? Anybody cards?
but thank you. Well, when we got started, you guys had
Open conversations.
Mark, I have my shirt in the
Every Thursday, 6 to 8.
Right up.
And,
It was said on the conference call. Then you was on.
and I said I wasn't supposed to be here. Like I said, so I don't have a shirt.
Oh, that's all right.
Well, hopefully this year,
Won't be my first.
invite him to come to our show in October.
Oh yeah,
Are we signing this? Is that what you put this?
No, I just want to give you a hard copy. So if y'all got anything,
You want yours back? Oh, so we want ours back then. I
No,
thought we
no,
had to
yeah,
turn it
keep
in.
it.
That's what I was saying to you. Did you agree with everything on there?
No, but Mina would have took care of it not too strong on the chip.
Well, really, most of this has to do with Mark, not us.
Right.
No, but I want y'all to add your input.
No,
on it.
I'm talking about
Let's
the
take some
agreement
pictures.
part.
Yeah, no. I'm the one that signed my life away.
Yeah.
Just don't
So
touch
Mark
it
can
in
sign his life away. I'm gonna be his friend. I'm gonna sign my life away.
Say bye to y'all Ustream slide over.
Bye, y'all. Bye. Pardon my look. I just gave a word.